Brittany works in a secret agency specializing in defense against dark magic. She has to hire one person with psychic abilities. There are 3 applicants for this position. One of them doesn't have any supernatural powers. Can you guess who? Take a look at the third guy. He doesn't make the ball levitate. It's tied to a transparent cord. Why would he use this trick if he has real powers? Brittany gets a task to collaborate with an anti-zombie department. First of all, she has to sort some documents. Can you spot any fake zombies in this picture? This one with a walkie-talkie. She's probably an undercover agent. What about this picture? Which zombie is the agent? This guy is flying a drone, so he's not a real zombie. Let's take a look at the next picture. Which zombie is a woman? This one. She's the only one wearing a bra. At lunch, Brittany's coworker Kyle tells her an interesting story. One day, my old friend Dave was trying out a new trick. He jumped from his garage roof. Unfortunately, he landed badly and broke his leg. But the very next day, Dave was walking in a park. He was all right. How come? See this detail? Dave is a robot, so they were able to repair him in just one day. Suddenly, Brittany receives a call. A crying woman says, "Hi, I'm Nina. I took our sons out of town to my parents for the week, but someone attacked my husband, Charles. I rushed back as soon as he called me." Brittany arrives at the crime scene and questions 3 suspects. Lauren, the maid, says, "I was cleaning the house all day long. I was so tired that I went to bed early." Xavier, the gardener, says, "I was busy in the garden. When I went home for dinner, Charles was fine." And Bob, the cook, says, "I did not leave the kitchen at all. Charles only gave me 2 hours to make dinner for the whole family." Brittany spots a liar right away. What about you? It's the cook. Charles wouldn't ask him to make dinner for the whole family because Nina and the sons were out of town. The next morning, Brittany enters her office and sees an anxious lady, Wendy. "Please help me. A week ago, my boyfriend Dan turned into a werewolf and bit me. I don't feel well. I think I need an antidote." Brittany takes a look at Wendy and confirms that she has a werewolf bite. She questions where Dan can possibly be. "I bet he's hiding at one of his besties' apartments, Cody or Barry." Brittany checks their social media and finds these 2 pictures. Only one of these guys is living alone. Can you spot who? Cody has 2 toothbrushes. Therefore, Barry is living alone. Brittany goes to Cody's home to interrogate him. She asks, "When was the last time you saw Dan?" He replies, 7 days ago, we had dinner at my place and played video games all night. The next morning he left and hasn't called me since." "Oh really? Did you spot anything weird about him?" "Nope, just an ordinary night. Why are you asking? Did something happen?" After hearing his answer, Brittany knows exactly that Cody is a liar. Why? Take a look at the window. It's the 3rd quarter phase of the moon. Therefore, 7 days ago, there was a full moon, and Dan should have turned into a werewolf. Cody is okay, therefore he's probably a werewolf too. After work, Brittany takes a walk in the park and gets lost. There, she meets 3 people. The lady says, "I'm gonna take you to the nearest bus station if you guess which one of these guys is my boyfriend." Can you help Brittany? The guy on the right is her boyfriend. She's wearing his jacket. Brittany goes to her grandma. She lives in an apartment building. Unfortunately, she finds her grandma crying. Turns out someone stole all her money. Brittany rushes across the hall. Maybe someone saw something. She sees an open door. The neighbor inside is trying to deal with a huge rain puddle under an open window. Brittany asks him if he heard anything. The neighbor said he had been home for about an hour and didn't hear anything. Brittany calls the police and tells them the neighbor was really suspicious. Why? That neighbor obviously lied. If he had really been home for an hour, he would have closed the window ages ago to avoid the puddle. Nellie and Kelly have a night shift in a 24-hour supermarket at the local mall. They need to restock some food. To do so, they have to walk to the warehouse through a dark and empty mall. At 3 a.m., they discover that someone stole all the money from the cash register. Brittany arrives and asks the ladies just one question. What were you doing when the robbery took place? Nellie says, I went to the warehouse to get more cookies. It took 15 minutes to find the right box. When I came back, the cash was already gone. And Kelly says, I'd already finished restocking my section, so I decided to go out of the supermarket and do a little shopping in the mall. Who's the thief? Kelly. The robbery took place at night, so all the other shops were closed. Brittany turns on the corporate laptop and finds out that someone had changed the password. Luckily, she finds a note with a clue nearby. She enters the number, but it doesn't work. Can you crack the password? She should literally enter 3 7s and 2 8s. Brittany gets a task to visit the most spooky abandoned town in the country. Can you count the number of zombies in this area? $11. What about this location? There are 13 zombies. Early in the morning, Brittany is waiting for her train in the subway. She's eating an apple she always has for breakfast. Suddenly, Brittany sees a homeless man yelling random words. Pig! Human! Chicken! Brittany gets mad and approaches him to stop that. Why are you so rude? But he ignores her and just yells, Apple! Why is Brittany so terrified? The homeless guy was able to tell what people last ate. He said, human, to the second man. Brittany gets a message from work. Her task is to check the local gym and find an imposter from another planet. Can you help her? This lady. Humans don't have zippers on their skin, do they? Brittany catches the guest from another planet. Her name is Stella. Brittany offers to have a smoothie in the local cafe and talk. Can you spot 10 differences between these two shelves with beverages? Here they are. Stella invites Brittany on a trip to a secret town for creatures that have superpowers. Brittany agrees and they hit the road. But to get there, they must cross the border. The guard demands a password. Can you help Brittany crack the code? They should literally count the number of dogs, roses, and lanterns in this area. So the code is 263. Finally, they arrive at the secret town. Stella invites Brittany to her favorite tea house. They take 2 pictures. Can you spot 10 differences between them? Voila! Suddenly, Brittany hears a scream. Staff members found their boss, Miss Young, unconscious in the backyard of the tea house. Someone pushed her from the balcony. Brittany suspects that the criminal is among the waiters. Can you spot this person? Miss Young grabbed the attacker's hair and ripped off a flower. This lady doesn't wear any flowers in her hair. Therefore, she did it. Brittany has to go home. But unfortunately, her phone goes crazy and shows her this maze instead of regular directions. Can you spot the right route? Only option A will bring Brittany home.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.